information. Sarah, welcome to Democracy Now! As we speak to you, you're just outside Harlem Hospital where the protest is about to begin. Why did you help organize this protest?
I helped start this because
we have some very concrete needs
that are not being met right now as far as taking care of patients and ensuring that workers are not infected. We have a lot of issues with getting the gear that we need to protect ourselves. We also have issues with getting the equipment we need to properly take care of the patients. And we're out here today not just to draw awareness to that, but we have some very concrete demands that we would like to have met by the public health care system here.
So a contingent of teachers with the movement of rank and file educators from the United Federation of Teachers is coming to show their support in cars?
That's correct. We're very happy for the show of solidarity from the movement of rank and file educators. They're, a grassroots movement within the United Federation of Teachers, and they reached out to us saying, how can we support you? They're also going through it quite a bit with the switch to online
learning. There's never been a president
they're also facing
in the history of presidents
in the most recent budget
who has, in the middle of a fucking disaster,
and so they
whine
just reached out
and complain and been more of a pussy than this guy.
And they're going to be circling the hospital in their cars.
Zero responsibility, zero leadership, zero accountability.
About what you're seeing inside.
Zero action,
how
really.
Are you protecting
Dithers every 5 seconds
because
he's
other nurses,
runs out, he beefs with the media, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that.
And these emergency rooms are exposed
style
so
to
much.
Do nothing.
And at the same time, you have President Trump day after day at his White House briefings saying New York has enough.
Because let's be real.
And maybe they're hoarding or selling the materials.
Donald Trump's never been in a fight in his life. He's never had a struggle for anything. He doesn't understand. He doesn't know what it is to work like these guys,
We have enough by their standards, but those are not the standards of healthcare professionals. Those are not the standards of people that have been working with patients with infectious diseases.
It's great that private industry can do this, but
there are standards that are imposed because of this
there are resources at the federal level that can handle
resources. And we're hearing that there are more N95s.
People are going to die.
We're demanding that we have a better policy for N95s right now.
Because our response is so disorganized.
It's kind of come
That's
to
the problem. That's it.
Us using 1 for 5 shifts, which is up to 60 hours of work with the same mask. Those haven't been proven to be effective.
It shouldn't have to be explained to anybody.
And it's not a risk that we're willing to take.
Sarah, can you repeat, how long are you expected to wear the same mask?
We're expected to use the same mask for 5 12-hour shifts.
Like, I donated to charity.
12-hour shifts. That's not
to try and
seeing 5 patients.
Nope.
That's 60 hours.
Most people can't do that right now.
The same single mask?
That's correct.
Most people can't leave the house.
So we're out here to demand a change.
It is kind of up to the government.
That policy. There's other local hospitals that have changed that policy. We're also looking to have the full 14 days.
I can't believe we're having a discussion about whether the states should
a lot of us
do
are being
this.
told to come back to work, but we're still having symptoms. And the risk to the rest of the staff and to the patients, not to mention the workers who are trying to work through those symptoms, is too high.
I wanted to ask you about the squad. Actually, tomorrow on Democracy Now! We'll be interviewing Congressmember Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is part of another squad of women in Congress. But I wanted to talk about your squad, the New York City nurses who you call the Radical Nurse Squad. We've interviewed Kelly Cabrera at Jacoby, Trey Kwan at Mount Sinai. She was just outside protesting on Friday. There's you, Sarah Dowd, standing outside Harlem Hospital now, and Will Udell at Lincoln Hospital. Talk about how you're organizing, the 4 of you with so many others, and you're all women.
Yes, the relationship that we have with each other has really helped to strengthen us, particularly now. We've always been a group of nurses that believe in workers, in rank and file nurses, in their ability to run the healthcare system, and our ability to run our union effectively from the ground up, not from the top down. We believe both the union and the healthcare system should work that way. And particularly now,
and I swear the problem with that
we can look
entire
to each other
situation
for
with the
ideas, for support. Trey and Kelly are out
it's
here
like
now
conservatives
with me,
think that if you have an American flag on your uniform, you spawn in instantly on the battlefield with God mode enabled and infinite ammo, and you're able to just body everyone.
To tests, both patients and also
I don't think it's that easy. I think there have been plenty of military failures involving units like, let's say, Delta Force,
learning from the
very
chief
elite
doctors
units
of this country,
military action's not foolproof.
that the majority of people who
I
come
never
down
understood
with
that
COVID are
scandal. Despite the fact that I read the book,
by an
13 hours,
asymptomatic person. So what happens when you actually start to show
sheer amount of energy we wasted?
So by the time you're showing symptoms,
and now, the same party that did that is turning around and complaining that impeachment distracted them
infectious diseases expert,
from handling
but
this,
the way that it works with a lot of viruses is that by the time you're showing symptoms, you've already potentially transmitted it. And then there's people that, of course, can transmit it without showing any symptoms at all. And that's a particular concern in the healthcare setting where workers are not being tested because we don't know if we have it and we're potentially exposing patients.
I remember what you did
and so,
years ago. That's
not
how it works. And that's why Trump can lie in January.
You might be out here
dumbass supporters who won't watch the fucking media. It's not Fox News or Conspiracy Cock 420 or whatever YouTube channel they're on.
We're glad that they're rolling out testing.
Yeah, it's not that. They're not going to watch it. So if it's Democracy Now or MSNBC, who might, have a slant, but objectively might be reporting the truth as well, they won't even watch it. So they're only getting the most slanted, nonsensical garbage.
Can you talk about
when this began,
of patients on your watch?
You had Limbaugh
over and
Hannity,
people are dying
whatever.
And dying alone.
I don't know what Bill O'Reilly's doing now, making one-handed phone calls to women. I don't know. But all these guys, probably Shapiro, little short fucking jackass guy.
And yet at the same time,
same thing, saying it was a hoax, not a big deal. This and that. Of course, now we know that
it's kind of
all the officials involved in planning for pandemics were screaming at Trump.
Trying to dance it the best way we know how.
This doesn't even have to do with the fact that he fired the pandemic response team when he came into office.
To die alone. We do feel a risk going.
There are limits to
and being with them without the
limited government philosophy. There are fucking consequences as well. Here we are.
That are close to death and pass away and. Kind of, you can take sort of the briefest moments to hold their hand and try to just convey the message.
As far as I'm concerned, the state governors that aren't closing their states
at the end of the day,
are threats to the public good in those states.
If we had
they need to be
adequate
impeached. Get another Republican to run their state.
Like
get
them
the fuck
where
out.
we have to choose between sharing those
Dan
moments
Patrick,
with our patients
Texas.
and caring for patients we know are much more likely to survive.
How long do you have to go home if you show COVID symptoms?
The old people are expendable.
It's
fuck my
7 days
grandparents.
and then 72
fuck my uncle.
without a fever.
Fuck anybody I know that's over 60. Apparently.
And you get a test.
The economy needs those fucking workers.
As of
apparently,
now,
we need that stock
we
market
are being
pumped up. Because if it's not pumped up, Trump might not get reelected. We can't have that. Because if we don't have Trump, we're not going to get our fucking tax cuts. All right?
Very quickly, can you, for a national audience, even for people in New York City, Health and Hospitals Corporation, understand the difference between city hospitals and the private hospitals, and is there different treatment within? You're standing outside of Harlem Hospital, which is a city hospital.
Yeah.
So often understaffed, undersupported, and then if you could go to the issue of problems even before COVID and the coronavirus.
Right. So I do work at a public hospital within the Health and Hospitals Corporation system. There's a private sector system that comprises other institutions, and there have always been funding disparities. We rely on public funding that has been cut continuously over the past several decades.
All these morbidly obese fucks
we're looking at
that live in
some of
Abilene,
those cuts
Texas.
now with the introduction of the Medicaid cuts in the most
veggies.
recent state budget. And really the crux of the issue here is that we're looking at a system of healthcare, not just in New York, but throughout the country, that prioritizes extracting a profit while making people feel better instead of actually participating in some kind of widespread healing effort.
It worked.
And this is what happens when you have people running the system that are not direct workers, when they're absorbed with their bottom line, and the politicians who write the policy are owned by them, and really the people that suffer are the people on the front line and the patients. And so that's why it's really interesting to hear this idea of nationalizing the healthcare system come out of this, because right now we're dealing with the scarcity of resources and disjointed resources. And with the nationalized system, what we have is the ability to share resources across the system as needs arise.
That's all that is.
Finally, Sarah, what gives you the strength?
We understand perfectly well.
Remarkable bravery to go to work every day. When you encounter your own pre-existing condition.
Yeah, you should probably watch fat content.
Right, so I'm type 1 diabetic since the age of 2. I'm now 30 years old.
If you're diabetic, then you might want to do a keto, low carb diet, but most people
this is not a time for people to be sitting on the sidelines.
Because of
We need to be out here in it. We need to absolutely have our voices heard. We need to make big demands of this system.
Sure, I'm not cut or
that
fucking
be
chiseled,
changed
but
in a way that can
that's usually not
make it so that in the future we're not
put a hard work or maybe some
in
drugs
a situation like this, that we
both
have
of
a
those
robust
things
healthcare
at once.
system. And that's what we're out here today to
you have a real life.
Bring Medicare for all.
Maybe if you're in the service or you're a fucking fighter for a living or whatever it might be, you might have
even
time
for
for
the
that.
measures such as
time for that. So my advice for most people
such
is
as
be happy with your
nationalizing
damn
the
body.
healthcare system.
Well, I thank you so much, Sarah, for being a registered nurse working at Med-Surg, that's Medical Surgical Unit at the City Hospital, the Public Hospital, Harlem Hospital. She's part of New York State Nurses Association Union, helped to organize today's frontline medical workers protest. Thank you for speaking above the sirens that are coming and going, that have become the soundtrack of New York City.
Another thing they don't tell you about being a goddamn meathead is the reason the BMI scale matters in particular is because it predicts cardiac problems and renal problems. So from an epidemiological perspective, you can look at a particular population and say, oh, well, if they get over this amount of weight, they're going to have heart problems. And there's some idiots who don't think about the matter, don't know anything. And they think that, oh, well, if I have, mostly muscle, it'll be better. Well, no, because muscle, as I learned from Every Damn Day Fitness on YouTube and research, muscle has twice the cardiac load of fat. So if your BMI is high, you're a bodybuilder, your heart's probably working too hard, and in fact, that contributes to a lot of the problems those guys have with dying young and whatnot. So, might want to lose that weight no matter what.
It is, of course, not perfect because of the custody issues and the collection, but that is what we're working on. And then April, the day that's right. Our model is
a lot of times I'd rather curse than search through my vocabulary to find the exact word or deploy a neologism in the conversation. Because, let's be real, I'm white trash, came from white trash, and I feel like a lot of times the way educated people attempt to speak is kind of a put on, so I don't know, I think it's phony. If we're going to take an example from Catcher in the Rye, always have thought it was phony. In the correct setting, of course. Give a job interview, give a presentation, you definitely want to be presentable. Can't be dropping that F-bomb everywhere. Unless you're like in the service and it's, Got a car second general officer.